Now on Night Time, the latest movie news from America, presented by Richard Blade.
Direct to you from Hollywood, California, land of sun, fun, and the motion picture capital of the world, I'm Richard Blade, and this is our weekly look at the latest breathtaking films heading for a cinema near you. This week, Raul Julia and Angelica Houston return with their bizarre brood in Addams Family Values. We'll meet the amazing bionic dog a long way from Lassie and Rin Tin Tin in Man's Best Friend. The world's most lovable professional wrestler, Hulk Hogan, returns as a babysitter in Mr. Nanny. Matt Dillon stars along with Danny Glover as they hit the streets of New York hard in The Saint of Fort Washington. And as always, we'll have our countdown of the top films at the box office in America on Cinema, Cinema, Cinema. Now it's time to take our weekly look at the hottest new films heading this way from the studios of Hollywood. It was 2 years ago that America's most macabre family scared its way into our hearts in a film that ended with Morticia and Gomez expecting a blessed event in The Addams Family.
Cara mia, is it true?
Julia and Angelica Houston are back, along with Baby Pubert, the newest addition to the bizarre Addams clan, in a sequel written by playwright Paul Rudnick and directed by Barry Sonnenfeld, Addams Family Values.
Father, what is it?
It's an Addams.
Hey, kiddo.
Did you see that? This is Miss Jelinski, our new nanny. What do we say?
Be afraid.
Summer camp.
Life saving!
I'll be the victim.
All your life.
I'm engaged.
That ring.
It was our mother's. She was buried with it.
So you still desire me after all this time? The old ball and chain.
Forever.
I'll get them.
He likes you.
I'm good with my hands.
Forget you.
You won't?
You're too weird. Scream if you need anything.
Why are you dressed like somebody died? Wait.
Cara mia. Boy, no matter how many showers I take, I still smell Beethoven all over me.
Over the years, a lot of dogs have found fame and fortune as stars of the silver screen. There were Lassie and Rin Tin Tin, of course, but there were also Pete, Strongheart, Old Yeller, Greyfriars Bobby, and that cantankerous St. Bernard named Beethoven.
Oh, baby, it's not even Saturday night. Well, she drive me crazy.
George? Who are you talking to?
The latest hound to hit the screen is closer to RoboCop than to Lassie. In fact, this film could just have easily been called Robo-Dog. Ali Sheedy and Lance Hendrickson star in the tale of the bionic mutt in Man's Best Friend.
I want people to really see what's going on in here. I can't believe they're experimenting on endangered species like these.
Exactly what kind of work do you do here?
I do genetic research.
I want to do the intro to the story. Is this dog an innocent victim? And it's Doggy Max.
I want Max back.
We're not talking about a street mutt here. We are talking about $1 million research hound.
Thank you, Max. Sweet.
See, Max is not your typical dog. He's a genetic crossbreed.
Get him, Max!
Enhanced sight, hearing, strength, stamina. The ability to climb with jaguar-like agility. Even a chameleon-like capability to camouflage itself if threatened. In the right hands, Max can save thousands of lives. In the wrong hands, he can be a deadly weapon.
We're in big trouble.
He's coming apart. He is gonna see.
Best friend. Professional wrestler Hulk Hogan may not rank as one of the world's great actors, but thanks to his willingness to play anything, he does land some unexpected parts. 2 years ago, he was a warrior from outer space who comes to Earth for a vacation and winds up stressed out in suburbia in Suburban Commando.
Hey, Goldilocks! You got any idea what these cars are worth? 30,000 bucks. You got any idea what we're gonna do to you if we find one itty-bitty scratch on them? Any idea?
Let me guess. You're gonna pound my face, break every bone in my body, then you're gonna drag me across the gravel road and feed my remains to a warthog. Is that about right?
What are you, nuts? This is the 90s. We're gonna sue you.
Following his philosophy of taking any part he's offered, the Hulkster takes on a pair of cantankerous tykes as the world's largest babysitter, one of the few babysitters ever to wear a mustache. He stars as Mr. Nanny.
Don't hold back.
Take out the papers and the trash.
They don't need a babysitter.
I can handle myself.
And they don't need a personal trainer.
I hate kids.
What these brats need is a hand that sucks the cradle. Hulk Hogan.
He's one tough mother.
Is Mr. Nanny.
Lovely to see you.
Yes, to kiss Dolly.
Don't tell anybody I did that.
Yeah!
Mr. Nanny!
Mr. Nanny.
And get that pinky up.
Don't hold back.
Man, get yourself to the Grand Canyon.
When Danny Glover isn't playing Mel Gibson's sidekick in the Lethal Weapon series, he leans towards fairly serious movies, like the one where he meditated on the meaning of life and the great outdoors with Kevin Kline in Lawrence Kasdan's thoughtful and disturbing Grand Canyon.
Those rocks and those cliffs and rocks are so old. It took so long for that thing to get to look like that. And it ain't done either. You know, it happens right while you're sitting there watching it. It's happening right now while we're sitting here in this ugly town.
Now Danny Glover stars as a Vietnam veteran who takes an abandoned schizophrenic under his wing in a moving film about homelessness and the power of friendship. Danny Glover stars with Matt Dillon in The Saint of Fort Washington.
A man has many possessions, as long as he has a dream. Danny Glover.
Bring home 24 bucks today, nephew. How you do?
Matt Dillon.
I get distracted. You do it. He ain't got to take responsibility for his own money. See that fellow over there? He think everything honky-donkey. Check don't come in. He only a couple of months short of homelessness.
On the streets of New York,
How come you fine-looking ladies hiding for your beauty behind a dirty windshield?
they found a special kinship.
Hey, you gotta be nice to him, polite to him. I do.
One of confidences.
It's in the way. Something always in the way, Matthew. No such thing as clear sailing. I'm gonna show you.
Courage.
Leave me alone, little Leroy. None of your business, old man. Anything reaches my ears or touches my eyes, my business. Ain't nothing to you. What you butting in for? My son. He white. He blacker than you, matter of fact.
And Carrie. They shared their hopes with each other.
They got a sweet old station wagon. What are we gonna do with it? I'll buy some produce now, Jim. All we gotta do is pull up to any street corner in Manhattan, sell it right out of the back of the wagon.
And their pasts.
One of my pictures was in the National Photo magazine. Once I got sick, nothing came out right.
You're young yet, boy. Give it time.
Discover a motion picture that will touch you in a way you'll remember for all time.
Thank you kindly, ma'am. May all your children be white. Thanks a lot. May all your children be white.
Coming up next, we find out if the Three Musketeers can swashbuckle their way into the top spot at the box office.
Only a fool would try and arrest us twice in one day.
You're under arrest.
A fool.
If I ruled the world, there'd be a law letting brothers and sisters get divorced. Suspicious? You've never washed my shirt before. Well, you wore it. My Italian job, my pride and joy, my one and only fashion item. What's this?
We had the puncture.
Dirty oil? You've got so many clothes, you can't close your cupboard. And you have to wreck mine.
Ketchup came out.
So what? It's ruined beyond washing.
Don't panic. Why didn't you use Ariel? It's made to tackle tough stains.
You just treat and wash. Look.
I can't look.
I know it's oil, but please don't let me down.
Ariel Ultra Liquid starts working straight away, while regular liquids just sit there. So in the wash, it loosens up the stain.
It worked. Excellent. But there's a stain on her conscience that nothing will shift.
When it's got to be clean, trust Ariel.
Have you ever tried keeping a Terry's chocolate orange to yourself? There's always someone who has to interfere. Hardly surprising when you think all that irresistible chocolate gets its unique orangey taste from only the finest oranges. And each delicious individual segment can only ever be released with a gentle tap. Terry's chocolate orange. Just try keeping one to yourself.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yes. Right.
Strongbow's matured twice as long as most premium lagers, and it cuts through thirst, so when your man's parched as a poppadom, make it your first choice.
Oh, dear.
Strongbow, what your thirst needs first.
You'll have a good time, just call friends. You'll really have a good time and make new friends. 0898 23 23 23.
Voila!
Great. Not so great. Greasy.
They've welded this on.
Haven't you two heard of non-stick pans?
Of course.
But this is non-stick. No this.
Aha, but we've got the next best thing to non-stick. New Fairy XL Plus.
Plus what?
Plus 50% more grease cutting power. That's what. Magic. After a good soak, with New Fairy XL Plus, the grease just slides off. Here, you try. You see? It really is the next best thing to non-stick.
You're right, it is. Next week, dinner at our place? And bring a bottle.
New Fairy XL Plus. So good on grease, it's the next best thing to non-stick.
Now, direct from Hollywood, here are the top 10 box office films in America. At number 10 is a veteran actor from Temple, Texas, whose real name is Elmore Torn. He made his debut back in 1956 in the film Baby Doll. Rip Torn is back as the villain in RoboCop 3.
The great city of Detroit represents an important precedent, gentlemen. There's only one small problem. It's turning into a war zone!
Sir, it's just a small resistance group, and there's no reason to believe they pose a significant threat.
Well, I'd consider a deficit of $350 million a significant threat. Wouldn't you, Johnson? You're in charge of security concepts. Where's that RoboCop we spent so much money on?
The police had a little problem with the unit, sir. I'm dealing with it personally.
You do that. You get him to the rehab team, and maybe we won't have to worry about a small resistance group. Get the hell out of here, all of you! Well, you take your time. And for God's sakes, Frank, try to get the police on our side.
She said no.
Huh?
Maybe you have a hearing problem. Go home, young lady. You are in violation of curfew.
And speaking of veteran actors with a taste for villainy, at number 9 is a man best known as Marlon Brando's son in The Godfather. James Caan stars with Dennis Quaid in Flesh and Bone.
What do you want? If it's money,
Money. Money. Hey, boy. I don't need your money.
Well, why are you here?
I got shot, and you fixed me up. I'm having some eggs. Does that seem strange?
Just like old times, huh?
It's just coincidence. I had a loose end to take care of up north Oklahoma way. Around Ardmore, them parts. And, an associate of mine got a little greedy. Started threatening. Well, started to weigh on me and stole my sleep. And you know how I feel about loose ends.
Being one myself.
That's true, isn't it, Junior?
At number 8 is an inspirational sports film that features an actor who was riveting in the role of a religious prophet in Alien 3. Charles S. Dutton is once again a motivating character in Rudy.
Hey. What you doing here? Don't you have practice?
Not anymore. I quit.
Oh. Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
I don't know. I just don't see the point anymore.
So you didn't make the dress list. There are greater tragedies in the world.
I wanted to run out of that tunnel for my dad. To prove to everyone that I worked...
what?
That I was somebody.
Oh, you are so full of crap. You're 5 feet nothing. 100 and nothing. And you got hardly a speck of athletic ability. And you hung in with the best college football team in the land for 2 years. And you're also going to walk out of here with a degree from the University of Notre Dame. In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't going to never happen. Now go on back.
Sliding to number 7 is a film that stars the voice of Danny DeVito as a wisecracking mutt who develops a love-hate relationship with a poodle played by Diane Keaton. By her voice, that is. The hound's at the heart of Look Who's Talking Now.
Hello, baby. Oh, my. What a set of paws. Hey, Powder Puff, how about you and me nosing through the garbage together?
Ugh, what cat dragged you in?
Kid just sprung me from the joint.
I don't associate with mutts. I've got papers.
I've been hit by those. Hurts like hell when they roll them up, huh, Daffy?
It's Daphne, you tick magnet.
Sheesh, like you never sniffed a butt.
All right, look. Why don't we just keep them both for now? And the one that works out stays, and the one that doesn't, we find another home for.
I don't know about that.
Come on, honey, look how happy it makes them. Wasn't there ever anything in the world that you wanted more than anything?
I'll never have breasts!
Oh, honey.
Okay.
At number 6 is a loose-limbed comedy featuring an ensemble company that includes a big lunk of an actor who's been seen on TV shows like Cheers and Star Trek. Dietrich Bader makes his movie debut in The Beverly Hillbillies.
I finally figured this game out, Spanky. Take this ball, put it down this here gully. It rolls down yonder. Then you hurl yourself down this slippery gully, and see how many of them there snake bashing clubs you can knock down before the ball gets there.
Can't get my helmet down. Oh, thanks, Coach.
After reports of massive losses at Euro Disneyland, one of Disney's bright spots is the surprise success of the film at number 5, an unexpected hit called Cool Runnings.
Great. Very good.
John Candy stars as the coach of the Jamaican bobsled team that came from nowhere to capture the hearts of millions. Leon co-stars with Dougie Doug, Raul Lewis, and Malik Yoba as the island underdogs who would not be denied their shot at the goal.
I've been making movies about underdogs my whole career. It is the thing that I'm most interested in.
If I've said it once, I've said it 46 times. Cold weather endurance is vital to building a successful sled team.
Actually, there are several bright spots for Disney in the top 10. There's also the animated tale of Jack Skellington's experimental search for the meaning of the holidays in The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Reaction. But what does it mean?
The fact is, I'm supposed to be dying.
Arriving at number 3 in the survey is a film written and directed by Bruce Joel Rubin, the same man who scripted the smash called Ghost. The movie stars Michael Keaton of Batman fame as a dying man who decides to videotape his life for his unborn child. Michael Keaton stars with Nicole Kidman in My Life.
Now, the tricky part here is not that I'm supposed to be dying, but that you're about to be born. Okay, here are some facts. We all die. Not pleasant, but we do. Happens. I could get hit by a truck tomorrow, hopefully not a large truck. I could be sleeping, palm tree crashes through the bedroom ceiling, kills me. It's over. Could happen. If something like that did happen, it'd really be a drag because there are a lot of things I want to tell you and say to you. There's not a lot you can trust in this world. There just isn't. So, I wanted to leave you this videotape, for better or for worse, so that you know something about me, who I am. Well, this is me.
You don't mind if I count it, right?
It's all there, man.
I'll count it anyway.
Pushing in at number 2 is the second film together for actor Al Pacino and director Brian De Palma. They first worked together in 1983 in a movie about a Cuban cocaine dealer called Scarface. This time around, De Palma has Pacino playing a Puerto Rican mobster in Carlito's Way.
You got a light?
Yeah, sure, man.
You playing 8-ball, right?
Yeah.
I can't resist this. I gotta show you people the shop.
So how's your ball?
Oh, he's good, man. You know, I saw him this morning.
You gotta put your finger right here. Right on top of the 12, to hold it there.
Okay.
See? Like that? That's right. You gotta get even with that.
Your boss is bad as someone.
And now, here's the movie that American audiences have been flocking to see in the past week. It's the latest version of one of Hollywood's favorite stories, a tale that's been told 10 times before, beginning with a short version by inventor Thomas Edison in 1911. The #1 film of the week is the Disney retelling of The Three Musketeers.
Now, we are prepared to resist you.
This exciting new action-adventure stars Charlie Sheen as Aramis.
We must pray for our sins. Second thought, God's often busy.
Keith Sutherland as Athos.
Save the king!
Oliver Platt as Porthos.
I love my work.
And Chris O'Donnell as D'Artagnan.
Long live the Musketeer!
It's a timeless tale. It's the camaraderie. It's the essence of brotherhood.
Did I miss anyone?
We have a wonderful action film
Action!
with all of the excitement that kind of a film can provide. But we also have one of the great stories of all time.
Based on the adventure classic by Alexander Dumas, The Three Musketeers is the story of a young man named D'Artagnan who travels to Paris to join the Musketeers. But the Musketeers have been disbanded at the orders of Cardinal Richelieu in his sinister bid to overthrow the king and seize control of France.
Kings come and kings go. But one thing remains the same. Me.
The story of how D'Artagnan, with the help of 3 outlaw musketeers, fights to defend France against the evil Richelieu is a rousing tale that has thrilled readers for generations. Filmed on location in Vienna and Cornwall, the production utilized hundreds of horses, thousands of costumes and extras, and used authentic locales that reflected 17th century France.
I didn't think this was a movie you could really cheat on its size. You really have to have big, epic vistas.
Well, I hope that it's going to be visually a treat, and I think it should be just a rollicking romp from beginning to end.
Champagne? We're in the middle of a chase, Porthos. You're right. Something red.
And there you have the 10 biggest films at the box office in America over the past week. I'm Richard Blade. Join me next week and every week to find out what's going on in the world of the movies. Now we'll leave you with Sting, Bryan Adams, and Rod Stewart singing All for Love from the #1 film of the week, The Three Musketeers.